Good morning and welcome to the RunThrough YouTube channel. I'm Rich Morell, and today the scene is set for a big 10K in Jarrow. Yes, it's stage 10 of the Top Flight series for 2025. There's points up for grabs, there's cash prizes up for grabs. But before we get into the ins and outs of that, I'm in the studio, but joining me this morning, we've dug him out of his bed early doors. It's our guest co-commentator, it's Mr. Tom Lancashire. Tom, pleasure to have you back with us.
Yeah, good to be back. Thanks, mate.
Feeling fresh with the early start?
Feeling fresh, feeling ready to go. Excited for this one.
Yeah. So, like I said, it is Jarrow 10K. It is stage 10 of the Top Flight series. It's getting towards that end of the year now. Stage 10 of 12. We've got the big one coming. We've got Fulham next month. We've also got Ribble Valley in December. But that means that it's getting to that end of the table where we need to see the points coming in for these athletes. So we're going to bring up our current standings that we've got going on in the Top Flight series for 2025. We've got our male and female leaders in there. I think we've got Omar Ahmed sat on the top spot at the moment. And we've also got Alex Bell sat on there. These are our prizes for today's race. So race winner will be collecting £200. We've also got our course record bonus of £200 as well. Now, if you've seen the stream earlier, we had our course records on there. 29.15 for Omar Ahmed and 35.05 for Kirsty Longley. So those times, they could potentially go, especially on the men's side of things. I know, Tom, we've had a quick discussion beforehand, and you'd mentioned how Omar seems to be a particular favourite on the Top Flight fixture list. He always seems to be turned out for these races. We had a quick look over his profile beforehand, and obviously you think he's in reasonably good form.
Yeah, as he races a lot, as you well know, and so he's just incredibly consistent. I think you can. That's one thing you can guarantee from him is solid performances across the board. I hope today there's enough other people around him to push him, and hopefully we can see some fast times because conditions are really good. It's a fast course. Hopefully we can see some a good threat to that course record today.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it could be under threat from Omar, just going off his recent form. For those of you that are joining us that don't understand the points system that we've got in place in the Top Flight series, essentially the top 10 athletes in the men's and women's elite field will pick up points for 25 points from first place on a sliding scale all the way down to 10th place. Now, then what happens is with those points, you get 3 scoring fixtures across the series. So if you compete in 3 of them, you then become eligible for our £1,000 cash prize at the end of the series. So essentially, if you run 3 races and you're collecting 25 points in each of them, you win 3 of them, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to get that £1,000 cash prize. If there is any tie breaks, that all gets settled at Ribble Valley on the 28th of December, which is the big fixture in the series, I would say. A massive race in the race calendar in general over the festive period, and the one that RunThrough will be streaming this year as part of the Top Flight series. So let's have a look at our current male and female leaderboard. I did touch upon it earlier. We've got Omar Ahmed sat at the top there on 75 points, and he's closely followed by Ben Connor. We've got Sam Gabri-Selassie in there as well on 65 points. And on the ladies' side, we've got Alex Bell sat on 50 points. She's competing in 2 fixtures, so there is potential of a third one for her. We've also got Brogan Wallace in there with 40 points and Jess Gibbon on 25. So really on the men's and women's side of things, it is all still open to play, really. Especially on the women's side with Alex Bell only competing in 2 of the races, and Brogan Wallace, I think, is only competing in 2 of the races as well. So we'd had a podcast with Alex Bell, and I think she was planning on Target and potentially Fulham. We know she's got race commitments this weekend, so it'd be good to see her turn out there. But if not, I feel like, with Ribble Valley on the horizon. Yeah, have you competed at Ribble Valley before?
Yeah.
It's always...
Former record holder at Ribble Valley. I was wondering if you were going to mention that.
I didn't actually know that. I really didn't actually know that. So that's nice to be a slide there. But yeah, it's a rapid course, and it's obviously part of the Top Flight series now. What are your takeaways from that course, Tom?
Yeah, it is a fast one, but it's weird because it's actually a very tough course as well. Especially the start and finish has a bit of a climb and dip in it. So that last sort of 400-500 meters of it, if you're in a bad place, it'll really punish you. So you've got to be sort of save something for that last 400 meters at Ribble Valley. But yeah, rest of it really fast, and it's one of those races where everyone goes knowing they're going to run fast because everyone goes with that same idea. So yeah, hopefully there's a few people kind of keeping their powder dry and looking for a big one at Ribble Valley.
Yeah, absolutely. So on the note of fixtures, let's have a look what we've got lined up for the rest of the series. There is only 2 fixtures, as I mentioned, because we're at stage 10 already, which is today, the Jarrow 10K. But we've got the Fulham 10K on the 16th of November. And as previously mentioned, we've got that Ribble Valley on the 28th of December. So that'll be a big one to watch out for. Both these races will be live streamed. So as always, with all the top flight races, we get a live stream out there. We try and get a bit of commentary on there for you just to improve the viewing experience for you guys at home. So let's get into it. Tom, athletes that we've got going off today. We'll start in the elite women's field. I think the standout for me was Esme Davies, the Border Harrier, coming in with a 32.36 PB and a 33.59 personal best. So she'd set a season's best in Belgium at the Euro 10K champs. We've also got Camilla McKnespiey in there. She's competed in some of our previous top flight fixtures as well, 34.6 personal best. Got Sophie Hicks, 34.09, Rachel Brown, 35.22, Ava Ledbitter in 36.11. So those are our leading female entries there. There's potential that we had a couple of others entered in at short notice. Mr. Race Director Chris Parr was frantically on the WhatsApp to me yesterday saying, oh, we've got Helen Warburton from Timebridge Harriers potentially running. And Danielle Hodgkinson as well, who we were chatting about this morning, who you actually know.
Yeah. Trained with Danielle a long time ago, and I know she's just come off the back of some vets track races, and she did the European Championships in Madeira and did really well. I think she got a medal there in the 1500. How that translates into a road 10K, I'm not sure, but she's definitely someone with a lot of pedigree and a very strong athlete. So be interesting to see what she does today. Yeah,
33.29 PB for Danielle Hodgkinson. That was actually set in 2022, so not a million miles away. It's not like there was a PB set, 10, 15 years ago. So she's still a real quality operator. So intrigued to see how Danielle goes today. On the men's side of things, well, we've already mentioned him. I feel like we need to be giving him the title of Mr. Top Flight instead of Chris Parr. Omar Ahmed, he's back again. We'll chat about this as we get through the broadcast as well. But one of the things we've mentioned about Omar is the amount of racing that he does and how he balances that with training. So we'll discuss that a little bit later as we get through the production. We've also got Alex Brown in there, Morpeth Harrier, 29.37. We've got Monte Watson in there, sub 30-minute performer as well. He actually competed in January at the Newcastle 10K, which was the first fixture in the Top Flight series of this year. And that's where he picked up his PB. Now, I was talking to Monty earlier on in the week. And he said he's struggled with injury a little bit through the summer months, but he's back now. He's back running well, and he's hoping to get in around about that 30 minutes to the 30:15 mark. So whether these guys are going to be able to push Omar Ahmed, I'm not too sure, because Omar is an exceptionally good athlete anyway. A couple of other names that we need to mention. We've got Peter Smallcombe in there, Morpeth Harrier. Now, he actually lives on the course. His house is backing onto the course, so he's got a nice and easy morning. He's not getting up at 6 o'clock this morning and getting in that shower, getting ready to go like you, Tom Lancashire. No, he's not. Mr. Smallcombe probably just crawling out of bread now, 3 minutes before the start. So yeah, Chris was telling me that Peter's in fine form at the moment. He is, let me just double check this, 30.53 is his personal best. Now, Chris thinks that could go today. He's run a 14.27 5K this year as well. Now, you'd think the sort of conversion time, if he's in that kind of form, you'd be thinking that PB of 30.53 is going to go, because they don't quite marry up, I would have thought.
And you'd think of all the times and places to do it for him would be today on his back door.
The hometown hero.
So yeah, it's hopefully that PB's due a bit of a revision today. Yeah, you're right. That 5K PB suggests he should be knocking on the door of low 30s today.
Yeah. So on the note of times, we've got our course records up there. So 29.15 for, yes, you guessed it, Omar Ahmed, and 35.03 for Kirsty Longley. They were both set in 2024. Now, Kirsty was down to race, but again, Chris, in his frantic manner yesterday on the WhatsApp, he said Kirsty has been ill, unfortunately. So I don't think she's going to be racing today. If she is and she's made a miraculous recovery, then it'd be great to see her on the start line. But if not, we wish her all the best. And there we go, as if by magic, we mention his name and we get a crow from him. So those Chris Parr, the race director, those are his thoughts on the Top Flight series in general and going to the Jarrow course, which will be close to his heart, being a true Northeast lad. So, in terms of the stream this morning, what we're going to try and do is we know that a lot of people watch these streams later on in the day, athletes that have competed, but if you are watching it live, and there's anyone you want to give a shout out to, or any comments you want to make, any questions you want to fire to me and Tom, mainly Tom, please feel free to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to open the YouTube app on our laptop here in the studio, so any questions, any shout outs, we'll try and get them filtered into this race. So yeah, we've got about, we filled that section well, haven't we? I was about to think we've got about 5 minutes until the race starts here. But no, that doesn't seem to be the case. We're going to be going off any minute now. On the vibe of the race itself, the weather conditions are absolutely perfect this morning. We jumped in the car and left mine before we went and got a quick little coffee. And the weather still cool, but not freezing cold. A little bit of dampness in the air, but not raining. I feel like you can't ask for better conditions for a 10K race.
Yeah, I've got a bit of a theory that anywhere between sort of 12 and 13, 14 degrees, perfect for this sort of race. I checked today, 13 degrees, bang on. So for me at least, I'd be very happy running in these conditions. Yeah, it's nice and dry as well. There's not much breeze around. And yeah, I love races that start and finish on the track as well.
Yeah,
it's a good way to sort of bookend the race, and you can really open the legs up at the end and try and have a strong finish.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. I love it when you see like the marathon at the Tokyo Worlds finishing on the track, and you know the way that finished itself made it rather special. But yeah, I agree with you. I think there's now better than a race starting and finishing on the track there. So in terms of what the athletes are going to be doing this morning, they will start on the track. They will do about a 300 metre belt round the track. Then they'll head out of the stadium at the top of the home straight. And then there's another track actually outside of the Jarrow Stadium, the old Dolomite track that was there that's seen the likes of, David Sharp, Crammy and them all training on that track. So it's had some famous footsteps around there at one point. I might have done a couple of sessions on there myself, Tom. And they'll head round the outside of that Dolomite track, and then they'll get out onto the streets of Jarrow. And we said this in our podcast, this course it's flat as a pancake, and it is a really, really quick course. I feel like this is an event and a fixture that is just going to grow and grow, because people are going to see these times coming off this course. And it's going to be one of them where they're looking like, why is everyone running quick at this course? I think in a few years' time, this will be an absolute fixture in the road racing calendar. In terms of the course itself, it's a 2-lap course. Like I've already mentioned, it is flat. You start and finish on the track, and it's essentially 2 big 4K loops, roughly. So it's perfect for distance running. It's perfect for building that rhythm. There's no twists and turns or anything like that. So yeah, it's always going to be a quick one. So, as if by magic, he's there at the front again. Omar Ahmed, doing what he does. Likes to get out there, likes to run hard from the front. Tom, you racing this race, you see Omar Ahmed go at the front, you think you're in 29-minute shape. What's your plan? Sit on him, follow him tight?
Yeah, I think so. I think Omar's probably hoping he can, by the looks of it, he's gone out quite hard and hoping he can do some damage early on and give himself a bit less to worry about in the second half of the race. He has got a bit of company there with him already, so that bodes well for the race, and maybe now they'll settle down into a comfortable pace, and Omar then, I would imagine, will maybe bide his time a little bit, maybe wait for that second lap to start putting his foot down again and try and drop some people.
Yeah, he's in great form, is Omar. And like we mentioned before, he's been racing a lot. I've seen him race at the Manchester Half Marathon. Last weekend, he picked up 3rd place there in 62:40 something as well. And he does race a lot. And in one sense, that's brilliant for Omar. In another sense, it makes it quite easy for the other athletes that are racing against him to know what he's going to do, because he has a certain style of racing, does Omar. He normally hits the front. If someone follows him, he'll sit back a little bit for the first couple of K, then he'll start putting in these surges. And these surges tend to break other runners down because they're just not strong enough to go with him. Now, when he gets in a position where he's got some real quality athletes around him, they can afford to either let him go and rein him in slowly, or they can just move with him. And then I think it becomes challenging for Omar, because it's almost like, well, I've shown my hand here and I've shown it week in, week out. You know what I'm going to do. And it makes it a little bit easier for the other athletes around him. Now, 9 times out of 10, they can't do that to him because he is so good. 28-27, there's not many lads in front of a 10K runner that's knocking out 28-27 in 2025. So yeah, I think there is the benefits to it. We also mentioned about the training balance in that as well. And for some athletes, it really works training and not tapering for races and maybe targeting a few in like special fixtures that you want to really hit. Did you ever take that approach to racing, Tom, where you would be in a block of training and think, right, I'm going to do that 10K there, I'm going to do that 5K there, but I'm not tapering down for it or anything like that. This is just part of a training week.
Yeah, to a degree. I mean, for me, as primarily a track runner, I could do that a little bit more and not put as much emphasis on the road racing, not be that concerned about whether I have a good road race or a bad road race. I think that's the danger if you are a road runner and you have a nightmare because you've trained too hard in the week leading up to it. It can knock your whole confidence, and you know that's what you do, that's what you've been aiming for. So you've got to be careful from, I guess, a psychological standpoint about whether running that race, not knowing that you're not perhaps on your top of your game because you've not tapered properly, could be dangerous. But equally, yeah, like you can race yourself into form, you can train through races and get a lot from that. You just wonder sometimes whether you would be better served taking a month or so of getting a really solid block of training and different types of stimulus than what you get in a 10K road race. And maybe that's the way for someone like Omar to make a big jump forward, is just back off the racing a little bit and put a good block in and see what you can do there with really tapering properly for a road race.
Yeah, and it looks like Omar's broke the athlete in second place there, and I think that is the Highgate vest of Monte Watson in second place there. Monty, a solid runner in his own right as well. I mentioned I'd been chatting to him earlier on in the week, and he'd had some injury troubles, but he was coming back. He'd been building through the season well, and he was looking for around about that 30 minutes to 30:15 for the 10K today, which in itself is a fantastic performance. But Omar Ahmed, at this stage, it looks like he's probably just too good at the moment for these lads. So yeah, Omar Ahmed looks to be on the front, and there we can see Monte Watson coming through into second place there. It looked like Monty did have a go early on to try and follow Omar Ahmed, but it's no easy feat. And I think as an athlete, as a race progresses and you get through that first K, whether you're overcooking it. And a 10K, if you're redlining in that first 1,000 meters, you're going to have a long 9K left to run, aren't you?
Yeah. It's probably kind of taking the natural order of things now a little bit. I think Monty maybe sort of thought, I'll give it a go and test out Omar a little bit and just see what he does. Omar, from his perspective, he's probably thought, okay, now I know I'm head and shoulders above everyone else here. I'm not going to take any chances and I'm going to set my stall out early. And he's probably hoping again, like we said, he can make a bit of a gap for himself and then have less to worry about in the second half of the race. So he's really in that space of a sort of few hundred meters there. He's put a big gap in and looks pretty clear now.
Yeah, he does. So we've got our actual live timings on the go as well, which is really useful for us in the studio. So our first K, they went through, Monte Watson clicked through there in about 2:51. So that would have brought him home in a predicted time of about 28:35, which for someone who's targeting 30 minutes to 30:15, there's no wonder he's backed off that pace at that point of view, because it's just been, too quick. We've also got Joe Firth in there as well. He went through in 2:54. That's going to bring him home in around about the 29-minute mark. Now, these are the first kilometre splits. They're always going to be a little bit quick. These athletes will slow down as this race goes on. And Peter Smallcombe, as I mentioned, the Locum lad, he was on for 29:22, and Alex Brown in there around about all sub-30 pace. But like I said, I do think they will slow down. Now, on the ladies' side of things, we have Sophie Hicks. She was through her first kilometre in 3:21, and you can see Sophie, she's actually nestled in that pack there. 33:30 is the predicted finish time for her, so that would be a brilliant run for Sophie Hicks. We've also got Esme Davies in there. Now, Esme, she was the 32-minute 36 personal best. She's ran a season's best of 33:59. She's also in that pack as well. looking to come on around about 33, 35. And we've got Ava Ledbetter in there, Camilla McKnespiey as well. They're a little bit further back and they're targeting around about the 35-minute mark. So again, these live splits that we're able to bring you will be able to bring you the 5K split, which will be key. We'll get a good idea of times there. Now, over to our YouTube channel. We're getting some engagement here, Tom. So big shout out to Joe Firth going for sub 30 today. Perfect conditions, as you said this morning, 13 degrees, no wind. We've also got shout out to Anthony Sayers. He's also going for a big PB today. Anthony Sayers seems to be a popular guy. He's got another comment here. Anthony Sayers representing Silky Striders. Another one for Anthony Sayers. Anthony Sayers, he seems to be a bit of a face on the running scene. Big support for Anthony Sayers on our YouTube channel this morning. So back to the race and back to the front. It's all Omar Ahmed. He's having it his own way. He's broke that field. I guess now it's just a case of, for us in the studio and for you guys watching, how quick can Omar go?
Yeah, and another interesting thing about this course as well, as we've just seen, there's a bit of an out and back at both ends of this 4K loop, which I think can be a really good thing or a really bad thing. You can use that where you sort of almost come face to face with the people you're racing against as you cross back. So Monty would have seen Omar, you know, ahead of him. Omar will be wanting to make sure he makes sure he looks strong and not give anything away, and likewise, Monty would want to look like he's not giving up the ghost here and still chasing Omar down and keep him honest. So these sort of out and back courses are really interesting, I think, in a bit of a different dimension. Whereas in other races where you might be out on your own and not see anyone else for the rest of the race. So yeah, it's a really interesting course.
Yeah, I think it's one of them, Tom. You hit the nail on the head. It can vary. I think if you're struggling and you're in a world of pain and you've got people chasing you down, it's an absolute nightmare when you catch a glance of them and they're looking strong and you're thinking, I've got a long way to go, yeah. On the flip side of it, if you're feeling strong and you're feeling confident and you're pushing on and you know you've hurt the other athletes anyway, it's just almost a chance to, in some kind of way, a bit of bravado, a bit of showboating. I feel comfortable here. You're broken. You're not getting anywhere near me again. So I think it just depends on what side of the coin you're on as to how well that is going to work to your advantage. We mentioned the course, Tom, and you mentioned there's that, that 180 turn, and it is a lapped course. But essentially now, Omar's on this long straight run that is going to loop back around. He's going to come back around again. He's going to do that exact lap again, and then he's going to come into the stadium. And when I said about this course being quick, you can see from there that there's no climbs at all in this. It's flat as a pancake. It's fairly tree-lined along that section as well. And it's one of these races that I think, if we can build this fixture and this becomes a big fixture in the road racing calendar, which I think it will in time, you can almost imagine a big group of athletes clicking along at that sub 29-minute pace and just building that rhythm. And I think when you're in a pack and you're all clicking along and you've got the conditions and you've got a flat road in front of you, you can knock off 2 or 3K like that, and it feels, you almost just switch off psychologically. I know I've been in races where I've been fortunate enough to just get nestled into a pack and not have to think about that. And I'm sure that'll have been the same for you as well at some points in your races. But that's not the case for Omar today. He's having to do it the hard way. And I'm intrigued to see his 5K split, because the way Omar runs with this surgeon way that he races, he hits it hard from the front. He's obviously used to running solo, and he's able to run hard from the front. It's something that I really struggled with as an athlete. What are your thoughts on it, Tom? Is it something that you could do? Could you put the squeeze on a field and grind it down from the front? Or did you prefer to just sit and, obviously, a 333, 1500 metre man, you probably had a little bit of turn of pace over 10K for the last 200 metres compared to some of the distance runners. Would you prefer just to sit in the pack?
Yeah, I think it depends on the shape you think you're in. If I'm going into a 10K race like this, knowing that I'm in really good 10K shape and I'm ready to go hard, I think actually that just happens naturally where you're focused on your pace the whole time, and it's when actually your mind starts drifting away from your pace and maybe losing concentration a bit. That's when you're having a bad day. That's when you're maybe not in the shape you thought you were and things start going a bit off track. But again, this, as we mentioned about this course, actually I think the 4K loops and the sort of hairpin bends that you've got at each end can help sometimes, especially someone like Omar, who can be a bit surgy, going around those bends is a little break, and then you pick it up again. Some people can handle those changes much better than others. So it can actually help break up the race a little bit and focus on that next stretch until the next bend, as opposed to just being out on one big loop.
Yeah, absolutely. So back to the comments on the YouTube channel. We've got a big shout out for Ben Hodgkinson there and Joe Mitchell also. And another word in for Joe Firth, looking for sub 30 minutes today. Light work for Joe Firth. So we'll see how he gets on today. We can see our second stream there. On the women's side, so we've got Esme Davies there in the front. She's looking good. She's looking relaxed there. I think you can tell a lot from an athlete's cadence and their arm carry and their foot strike at this stage in the race, as well as they're coming up to around about the 5K mark. She's looking relaxed, Tom, I would say. She really is looking comfortable there.
Yeah, she has got a bit of company there with, I think that's Sophie Hicks just with her as well. So she's not got it all her own way. But yeah, little group there. And yeah, she's looking strong. No signs of sort of any form falling apart. Maybe Sophie Hicks behind, looks like she's working a little bit harder, but hopefully they can stay together and make a good race of that in the latter stages.
Yes, as I said, we'll try and bring you those splits as they get through there. We've also got our clock on the screen as well, so we'll get an idea of what the athletes are heading through the halfway mark in. Back to Omar on the front there. Yeah, he's looking relaxed as well. And again, talking about that style, I've always said this about Omar. He's got a great style. He just looks so comfortable. He's clicking along at that sub 30-minute pace, and he just looks to me like he's out on a Sunday tempo session there. He looks really, really comfortable. And you can see we're still on that straight line. We're still on that looped course. And I think Omar's probably going to be approaching the roundabout shortly, where he'll loop back round and then he'll head out into lap 2 there. It's ideal that there is no wind out there for Omar today. He can just, he can just get away and chip away at that time. I think it must be quite challenging mentally, I would think, as well, when you know that you've done the damage to the field and you've got away from him. The only thing I will say, which is, slightly different in the top flight series, is that there is time incentives to these races. It looks like he's through 5K then around about 14:35-ish. We'll try and bring you our official splits from our live data feed that we've got in the studio. But yeah, as I was saying, there is time incentives that are financially incentivized with the top flight series, and I think that's slightly different to other race formats. So if Omar Ahmed runs under 30 minutes today, he gets his race win fee, but he's also going to be clicking extra money for breaking our incentivized time target of sub 30 minutes. And then also there's that 29:15 course record of his, which I'm sure he'll have in mind. And I noticed Omar took a glance down at his clock at the halfway mark there. And I think that Omar he'll have that in the back of his mind, certainly, because again, if he gets that course record, it's more money towards him today. And I think I totted up that if he wins today and he runs under 30 minutes and he breaks the course record, I think Omar will be walking away with around about 650 quid, which for a Sunday 10K for Omar Ahmed, it's not a bad morning's work, is it, Tom?
Not a bad morning's work. And yeah, I think you're right. He's probably set out with the goal of that course record in mind. I think you're right, about 14:35 through 5K. So that would put him around 29:10, which would be just inside his own course record. So clearly that's what he's got on his mind. He could sort of take his foot off the gas now and win this race quite comfortably, probably, but there's no signs of him doing that. He looks like he wants to really push on and get that time.
Yeah, so we've got our live data feed on the go, and 14:37 through the halfway mark. So predicted finish time for Omar Ahmed, 29:15. So he's on course record schedule, exact course record schedule. He's probably playing it cute. He's going to break it by 1 second, almost a Duplantis in the pole vault. Just breaks it by a centimetre each time. He'll be back next year and he'll probably run 29:13 for the win as well. So yeah, Omar Ahmed, he's on for 29:15. We've got Joe Firth in second place. He's averaging 3:02 pace per kilometre. He was 15:13 through halfway. So he's on for around about 30:26. He's closely followed. He must be in a pack with Monte Watson there, because he's on for about 30:27. We've got Peter Smallcombe, the local lad there, 30:34 predicted finish time. He was through in 15:17. And then we've got Joseph Wilson, Alex Brown in there. We've also got Ewan Pearce in there, 15:28. To tell you something I noticed about Ewan Pearce on his Power 10, coached by Craig Winrow.
Very good 800-meter runner in his day.
Very good 800-meter
I'm not
runner.
sure if he ever did a 10K. We'll have to look that up. But yeah, know Craig very well, and he's a great coach. So yeah, it'd be good to see Ewan get a good time.
Yeah,
today.
probably a little bit far for Winrow, but yeah, 1:45 800-meter runner back in the day, 1996 Atlanta Olympian. So yeah, he's got an experienced coach in his corner there. So back to the ladies field. Esme Davies is through the halfway mark, and she's through the halfway mark in 16:48. So she's averaging 3:21 kilometre pace. That's going to bring her home in a predicted time of 33:36. So that would be a season's best for her by about 25 seconds. We've also got Sophie Hicks in there, who's, she's sticking to Esme Davies like glue. They're on her for around about the predicted same finish time there. So that's great running from them. We've got Ava Ledbetter through in 17:31, so she's on for 35 minutes. So that would be a big PB for Ava Ledbetter. She's currently a 36:11 operator set this year. So her predicted time is 35:02, so that would be a huge chunk off her personal best. Camilla McKnespiey's in there as well, 35:17 predicted time, and we've got Danielle Hodgkinson also in the 35:53 predicted time for her. So some solid running from all those elite ladies. Let's jump back onto our live feed and let's see what the comments are coming in. What have we got? Good luck, Joe Firth. Don't be late for work in the morning. Oh, surely we can give him a bit of leeway if he runs quick today. And well done when you go past the Premier Inn. Give me a wave. So yeah, nice to see these comments flooding in from you guys. And like we mentioned, this stream will be available for all the athletes to watch come close of play today when they've finished off this 10K. What we're going to be doing is we're streaming the top flight race this morning. It's going to come back to the studio. Me and Tom are going to have a little dissect of the race. And then we're going to play a reel of some of our run-through graphics. But then we're actually going to go back to the finish line for the Masters race that is going off a little bit later. And we should start to see those athletes coming across the finish line around about 10 to 10-ish as well. So if you're watching this now and you know anyone competing in the Masters race, then don't think the feed is finished just after this. We will be staying on live, and we'll get all them athletes coming across the finish line for that as well. So, plenty of athletes to watch out for coming across the line. Back to the front. Well, it's the Omar show, isn't it, Tom? We had a feeling he was going to do this today, didn't we? Just because, like I've mentioned, he's 28, 27 operator, so he's not messing about anyway. He's going to take some beating, and I think when we looked at the field, he was the standout on paper by quite a way. So we envisaged this was probably going to be the case today. But he's made it look easy, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's gone to the form book, I guess you could say. I was hoping he might have a bit of company at least for about half the race, but yeah, he is the class act of the field, and yeah, he's running not just for the win here, but as we talked about earlier, he's going for a time that'll break his own course record. And that'll be what's keeping him focused now. He knows he's done the turnaround. He's watched his closest rivals come back past him the other way. So I'd say he knows he's got this race win in the bag. The only thing driving him now will be that course record time, and he'll know exactly what pace he's on. He'll know exactly what he has to do to try and get that. And as he said, around halfway point, he was bang on that 29:15 pace. So he'll know he can't let off. He's got to keep his foot on the gas, and hopefully getting onto that track with 400 metres to go, he'll be in with a sniff and he can really put his foot down.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a bit of a character, Omar. We've done a few bits of socials with him, got a few interviews with him and things along the line. And the last time out, he was pretty vocal in who he wants to race, and he was giving a big shout out to Mr. Ben Connor. Ben Connor's sat in second place on the leaderboard at the moment, and Omar was very vocal in that he'd like to race Ben Connor. And to be honest, Tom, I think me and Chris's views on this are split in the sport. Chris doesn't really like it. Well, I'm not saying he doesn't really like it, but in times when there's been productions of like some of the major champs and they're focusing on two athletes and try and build a rivalry and a narrative between them, and then neither of them end up winning, and I'm referring back to the Kerr, Ingebrigtsen, and then Cole Hocker stealing the show a couple of years back at the Olympics. Chris isn't a fan of that, but For me, I think that's an important part of sport, and I think it's something that can be quite hard to do in athletics because you've got such big fields in races. Everyone's got a little storyline, and a lot of the time, anyone's capable of winning it. But I quite like the narrative of trying to build rivalries within the sport, and I think it's something that can elevate the sport to the next level, because I think for your average man on the street or your average viewer in the sport, you look at the success of other sports and how they work, and there tends to be the ones that sell are the ones with storylines. You look at the boxing, you've got, Eubank Ben, the family history with that. I think that those type of storylines, they do sell. So I'm a fan of building a rivalry within sport. So I'm championing the Omar Ahmed call out of Ben Connor there. And you know what? I'd love to see them go at it at Ribble Valley. I really would, because that could be a decider. If Connor takes the win there, beats Omar significantly, then it goes back to a count back, because they'll be tied on the top spot for 25 points.
You're right. To make the comparison to boxing, for me, one of the most frustrating things in boxing is when there's two clearly brilliant fighters who just avoid each other or don't seem to end up. It never quite happens where they're both, in running terms, on the start line together. And yeah, I agree. I think it'd be great for Omar to sort of call it out like that and say, yeah, I want the challenge. I want to race the best people. And Ben Connor clearly is one of the best. So it'd be great to see him on a start line. The difficulty with athletics, as we both know, is racing every weekend or racing regularly isn't always right for everyone. Obviously, Omar is someone who loves to race almost week in, week out. He's on a start line somewhere, and so obviously he's going to want good competition as much as he can get it. Whereas someone like Ben maybe wants to pick and choose his races a little bit more. He might be aiming for other things like a marathon or something, and so it has to fit. All the stars have to align for that perfect race to happen. I think you're right to say Ribble Valley, that's probably a big one on a lot of people's calendar, where not just Ben Connor, but some of the other big players as well might show up there. It's quite a prestigious one to try and win. So they'll all be hopefully there and on that day racing each other, and we'll see some fireworks.
Yeah, absolutely. So back to the front of the ladies' race there. Now we could see Esme Davies. She looked to have taken a few metres out of Sophie Hicks there. And like I mentioned, they were both on, at the halfway mark, they were on for that 33.5-minute mark. Now, what I did notice there is it almost woke Sophie up a little bit, and she's closed that gap. Now, maybe she thought that, is Esme trying to put a few yards on me? And as we say that, it looks like Sophie is moving through with the other athlete there. And it looks, I wonder, is that a Jarrow vest? It looks like it might be a Jarrow vest. It's certainly the colours of it. And yeah, so it looks like Sophie Hicks has now wrestled the lead off Esme Davies. And I guess now this is a key point in the race. We're coming up to about 1,500 metres to go. Maybe a little bit further for the ladies, but certainly within that last 2K now. For Esme Davies, she's got to try and stay relaxed and just try and sit on Sophie as long as she can and just hang on to her. Sophie, on the other hand, I always think when you move in front of an athlete, you've got to make this decision. Do you continue at the tempo that you're going and just glide through and hopefully know that you're going to pull away from them? Or do you almost try and break their heart and put a surge in and really put the boot in and try and damage them psychologically and almost break the heart before the body breaks? Because I know a lad I used to train with, Johnny Taylor, former GB International, he used to absolutely kill you in training by coming past you and surging to the point where he's putting himself in the ground just to try and break you. And he used to do it in racing, and it would work really well in racing. Tom, I don't know, what are your thoughts on that kind of tactic? If you were going past somebody now, if you were Sophie Hicks right now, you've gone past Esme Davies, you've got a little bit of a gap, you feel like you're strong, do you put the boot in? Or do you think, no, just hold, trust the process, I know what shape I'm in, I know I'm going to get away from her?
Yeah, it's really interesting. There's a couple of things here. You're right. I think one of the things I learned during my time in America, I remember my coach there saying there's a big difference between leading a race and being at the front of a race. And yeah, leading the race means you're actually occupying that space and you're pushing on and you're making sure everyone knows you're at the front and you're in charge here, as opposed to just occupying that first space in the race and everyone just sitting on you, not having to do that much. I think Esme Davies has clearly known that Sophie's with her that whole way. She's been pushing the first half, 3/4 of that race, trying to get away from her. and she hasn't done, which in itself is demoralising. And then when Sophie comes past and continues to move forward away from her, that's really heartbreaking. And I think there's a bit of a gap now by the looks of things. So Sophie really needs to keep her concentration here, really keep not resting on her laurels. The job's not done. She's got to keep moving away and really snap that elastic to Esme Davies, because she's got a real chance to do some damage here.
Yeah, it looks like Sophie's away. On to Omar Ahmed. Now he's back within the Jarrow complex. You can see the Dolomite track on the inside there. I'm loving these live splits that we're getting through. 8.8k. His predicted finish time 29.21. So Tom, he's going to have to go some this last 400 metres here if he wants to get under that 29.15 mark. And I wonder whether maybe just this volume of racing that Omar's been doing, maybe it's just a little bit too much in the legs there. I know he will open up that last 300 metres because he can shift a little bit. We've got Peter Small come through there. He's predicted in 30.37 to finish, and Joe Firth in third place, in 30.40. So we'll bring you the ladies split as soon as they're through that 8.8k mark. But yeah, I'm loving this live data that we're getting. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. And obviously Omar won't have the benefit of knowing that exactly. He might be trying to do some quick maths in his head and figure out what he has to do. I think at this stage, though, he's just got to put the hammer down and give it everything, especially when you get on the track there. You've just got to go for it. And that's the benefit, I think, of finishing on the track. You know exactly how many meters you've got to go, and you can time your finish perfectly.
Yeah. And for Sophie on the front now, I think the benefit that she's got is that athlete just sat in front of her. She knows that, right, like we mentioned before, click and K's away, click and time away. She's just got to dial in onto that athlete and think, right, you pull me along. So we can see Omar Ahmed now down the back straight. He looks serene. That looks a great shot, the track there. He's going to whip round this bend as he heads into his last 100 metres. And he's going to take it. He's going to take another 25 points here, is Omar Ahmed. He's sitting pretty at the top of that table. He's calling out Ben Connor. Well, let's see what happens at Ribble Valley, because this could be an interesting fixture. But for now, Omar Ahmed, he takes the 10th stage of the Top Flight Series, the Jarrow 10K. He's across the line. He's outside the course record, but that is a strong run, 29.30-ish across the line there. Big win for Omar Ahmed. Clicking first place points and time bonus points as he's sub 30 minutes in. He's looking tired there, Tom. He's worked hard, but another win for Omar Ahmed. I'm going to give him the title. He's Mr. Top Flight. He's wrestled it off the race director, Chris Parr. That is Mr. Top Flight there. That is Omar Ahmed, your winner of the Jarrow 10K. Fantastic running from him there. We'll get confirmation of who's across the line in second and third place shortly. But back to Sophie Hicks. She's clinging on to that athlete in front. It looks like she's got away from Esme Davies now. Esme had done a lot of the early running in that race there. She took them through to about 8k on the front. But now Sophie Hicks has taken over and she's in control. And again, she looks good, Tom. She looks relaxed. She doesn't look like she's overly working here. I think it'll be a case of her knowing that she's got the win in the bag. Now, the question is, how quick can she go? Because she's going to, I think she's going to shatter her PB. Previous personal best, 34.09. She's only ran one 10K in 2025, and that was in Valencia. And Valencia, we know, is a very, very quick course. So we'll try and get you those live splits for Sophie Hicks there. We can see, I think that's Peter Small come across the line, the Morpeth Harrier there. Let's jump over to the male leaderboard, see if we can get their top three through while we're not on the front of the ladies' race, but we will be back there shortly. We've still just got Omar Ahmed across the line. 29.35 was his predicted race finish. Our official results haven't filtered through yet, but we'll get them to you guys shortly. So yeah, it was Sophie Hicks on the front there. Like I said, that previous personal best of 34.09, which there's only been one 10K race that she's competed in, and it was Valencia. Did you ever race Valencia?
No, never did. I'd love to have done. Because, like you say, it not only is it a fast course, people know it's a fast course now, and it's one of those places where, again, everyone turns up knowing and thinking that they're going to run fast, which only breeds faster times. So yeah, it'd be a great one to be involved in, actually. Yeah, Sophie Hicks has gone past the fella she was running with for a while, which was one of the things I was going to say. It's great to have someone pacing you like that when you've made a big move. What you've got to be careful of is that person dropping off their pace slightly and without sort of noticing you dropping off your own pace. But I'm glad she's been able to move past him and go at her own pace now and really push forward. And like you say, I think she's well within reach of a PB for herself. as long as she can keep it together. But she looks really strong, and she'll be coming onto the track any moment now, and she'll see that finish line. So it'll be great to see how close to 33 minutes she can get.
Yeah, she's whipping around the outside of that track now, and she'll come in with about 300 metres to go. Back to the comments on the YouTube channel quickly, though. So we've got a big shout out for Ben Hodgkinson, the Billy Marsh House runner, and also Johnny Taylor was my lecturer at Teesside University. He loved the psychological side of running. Well, let me tell you, he absolutely did. He used to try and play mind games with me in training, but a top British international back in the day. We've also got Go Mo Jarrow, the guy who cuts my hair on the Hebburn Road. So Mo Jarrow, there you go. There's a big shout out for you. So we can see these athletes filtering across the line now. I did clock Monte Watson, the Highgate Harrier, getting across the line as well. But we should hopefully see Sophie Hicks coming into that stadium by now. And there she is there with around 220 metres to go. And actually, Tom, she's got herself in a little battle with the guy from Jarrow that she did go past earlier. Now, he looks to have saved the kick. So Sophie Hicks try and dig in, try and get on the back of him. She's coming around the 33.5-minute mark at the moment. She's got about 150 metres to go. So this could be very close to her PB, Tom.
Yeah, it's agonisingly close. She knows exactly how far she's got to go. I think she's going to be a PB. I guess the question here is, can she go under 34, which would be a really nice milestone for her.
Well, her predicted time at the 8.8K split, that data is through, it was 34.10. So I've got a feeling she's going to rally and maybe put a little sprint in these last few metres. So it'd be great to see her get under. We're going to see her come across the line now. We can see the clock on the left-hand side as well. There's the Jarrow athlete that she was through with. She's going to be so close to it. I think she's done it there. It looked like she'd done it. Obviously, chip and gun time, they can differ slightly, but Sophie Hicks, fantastic running from her there. Her second 10K of 2025. She takes maximum points in the Top Flight Series. I think we're going to see Esme Davies coming across the line in second place as well. She was holding strong, but brilliant running from both those athletes there. Esme Davies, you know, she was coming into this with a season's best of around about 33.59, so a little bit out from that. But it's always hard to say and hard to know what athletes have got targeted for the rest of the season as well. So yeah, brilliant running from both those athletes. And yes, I think it looks like as Sophie Hicks was across the line there in 34.08.2. So she's nabbed herself a 0.8 second PB there. So fantastic running from there. She averaged 324 per kilometre there, which is really, really good running.
Great advert for the speed of this course, actually, because Sophie's got a relatively recent 10K PB from Valencia, one of the fastest 10Ks in the world, and she's gone quicker here today. So, if there was any doubts about how quick this course is before the race, I think we can put those to bed now.
Yeah, there's our third place athlete across the line. I think that might be Eva Ledbetter. I will confirm that as soon as our data comes through, but if it is, that's going to be a massive PB for her because her PB before that was 36.11. I will confirm that, just in case we're wrong. On the men's side of things, we have got the official results through on our live data feed, which is an absolute dream this morning. So we did have Omar Ahmed across the line in 29.35, Joseph Wilson in second place, 30.43, and Peter Smallcombe, the local lad, jumped out of bed at 8:45 this morning. And ran a 30.49 10K, so that's a real solid run from Peter Smallcombe this morning as well. We'll jump back over to the female leaderboard, and yes, it was those 34.08 for Sophie Hicks. Second place, Esme Davies, 34.26. And as I thought, my suspicions were right, Tom. That was Eva Ledbetter in third place. And that is a 35.21. So she's taken 50 seconds off her personal best there. I mean, you can't ask for much more than that. And again, it goes back to this point I've been hammering home all race, that this is a really, really fast course.
Yeah, you can see why she was so happy now coming across the line. Huge breakthrough for her. And she can be really proud of that time today. And hopefully there's more to come for her in the future.
Yeah, so some brilliant results there. You can see the cameras cut across to us in the studio, and you can see me beavering away at this live data. So I'm going to recap them top three for you that are listening at home. and then we'll come back into the studio. So we had Omar Ahmed taking first place, 29.35, averaging 2:57 per kilometre. So for anyone that wants to know or feel how quick that is, get yourself to your local gym and try and run 2:57 per kilometre on one of them treadmills, because I tell you what, that is, I mean, that's such a quick pace, isn't it, Tom?
Yeah, incredible running. And again, don't underestimate how hard that is on your own as well. You've got the slight benefit on this course of seeing the people behind you chasing you, and maybe that keeps you going and makes it a little bit easier mentally. But still, you've got to go out there and do it. You've got nothing but the lead bike with you. Not easy to run that sort of pace for 10K.
Yeah, and in second place, we had Joseph Wilson there, 30.43 across the line, again averaging 3:04 per kilometre. Peter Smallcombe as well, 30.49 in third place. So all those athletes are going to be collecting points. We also had Joe Firth across the line, 31.03. Alex Brown, 31.32. Monte Watson, someone who pushed early, 31.34. We've got Ewan Pearce in there, the athlete coached by Quig Winrow. We've got Ben Hodgkinson across the line, 31.41. A fantastic run from him. And Anthony Sayers, the favourite on the YouTube channel, 31.43 for Anthony Sayers. So fantastic running from them. And onto the female leaderboard. So we had Sophie Hicks across the line, real strong running. Nice little tussle with Esme Davies for her, 34.08. Second place was Esme Davies, 34.26. Ava Ledbetter with that fantastic performance, 35.21. For me, probably run of the day, given how much she's taken off her personal best there. We had Camilla McKnespiey in fourth place, 35.55 across the line. Danielle Hodgkinson in 36.56, and Grace Carroll across the line in 37.40. So all round a fantastic morning of running there. You know, as I say, it's another comment coming in there for Anthony Sayers. He smashed it today. Well, you're right, he did smash it. A fantastic run from Anthony Sayers there, going sub 32 minutes. So, yeah, back in the studio with me and Mr. Lancashire. Tom, give me your thoughts on that race in general.
Yeah, it was great. I thought went to the form book as we predicted on the men's side. Omar Ahmed, we know all about him. We know what he's going to do. He's going to set his stall out early and test the waters, and he did that. The challenge for him was always going to be, can he keep his foot on the gas? Can he have a good go at that course record that he owns already? As it happened, he was, I think, about 20 seconds off in the end. So I'm not sure if he'll be disappointed that he is coming off the back of a half marathon recently. Maybe he's still a little bit of that in his legs. So I think that's a pretty good run, actually, to be able to do that, having that in your legs. And then on the women's side, we're perhaps expecting Esme Davies to win that one. But Sophie Hicks looked incredibly strong. She had the benefit of that little bit of help for the last K or so, where she sort of eased away from Esme and she wasn't on her own. She had a couple of the male runners with her. And yeah, a great run from her and sneaked under that PB. I think anytime you get PB, whether it's by a second or by 50 seconds, as Ava Ledbetter did, you can be happy with it. So good day's work all round, I think. Yeah,
absolutely. I'll tell you what, Tom, I've thoroughly enjoyed this stream this morning. I've thoroughly enjoyed your company, so thank you for joining me. What I've really liked is the sort of interaction with the people watching the stream as well. I think that's something that we will be pushing on with in the future, because that's really good just to get a feel for, you know, like the comments with Anthony Sayers there, you know, I think it's really nice to see that there's people watching this that are really supporting people, and, you know, if we can give them a shout out on the stream, I think that's great. So what have we got coming up next for you guys? Well, we're going to flick up our little graphic of the fixture list because we've got the Fulham 10K, which is next. That is on the 16th of November. And then it's the big one, Ribble Valley, 28th of December. Will we see a showdown? Will we see Conor versus Ahmed? I don't know. We'll have to watch out on the socials. Maybe there'll be a bit of back and forth for that one. So back to the studio with us. Yeah, Tom, again, thank you for jumping in this morning. It's been a pleasure to have you in the studio and get your insight into the race itself. And thanks for everyone that joined us on the live stream as well. We appreciate the comments on there as well, and your support on the RunThrough YouTube channel. Like I mentioned, this race, it will go out later on today as well, so it'll be available to watch tonight. So please jump on, give the RunThrough YouTube channel a like and subscribe. and share the content on there if you think it's good and you enjoy it. Also, we've got the Instagram pages, Facebook pages. There's also the Top Flight Instagram page as well, if you want to pick out any of those specific fixtures as well. So yeah, please jump on the socials, engage with us as much as you want, because this is what we want from the sport. This is what we want from you guys watching it as well, engagement. So yeah, it's been a fantastic morning. I've really enjoyed the stream there, and a few more comments. I can just see them, you know, coming through now. Well done to all the athletes competing today. So that's been absolutely fantastic. I've mentioned what we've got coming up next. I don't think I need to box anything off. I've thanked you. I've thanked the viewers online. I'll thank myself. It was a great job for me and Tom in the studio. But no, I've really enjoyed this fixture, and you know, thanks to you guys coming on today. So we're going to wrap things up from me and Tom in the studio. Like I did mention, though, there is other athletes still out there competing. So stay on the stream. There'll be a little advert that'll go on. There'll be a few graphics, and then we'll jump back over to the Masters race, and you'll be able to watch all those athletes coming through the finish line. If you've got any loved ones, any friends racing today, please jump on that. The comments section will be available, so you can put your shout-outs on there as well, and support for your loved ones. But from me and Tom in the studio, Tom, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for joining me.
Pleasure to be here. Thanks as always.
And for you guys at home, it's been a pleasure for you as well as me. Hopefully it's been a pleasure for you joining us on the stream this morning. So thanks, and we'll see you at our next fixture, the Fulham 10K in November.
Okay, so let us do the official presentation of the winners, the top three in the Jarrow 10K. The winners today also get their very own box of U-Performs to take away with them today, formulated for excellent performance. You'll have that today as well. And a bottle of bubbly, it's also formulated for excellent performance. In third place, make some noise for Peter Smorgon. Come on up, Peter. In second place, please welcome Joseph Wilson. And first place in the Jarrow 10K for 2025, make some noise for Omar Ahmed. Absolutely smashing it today in the Jarrow 10K. Outstanding work. Now you live there, you have to stay there all day. Our top three females then, are we ready? We are ready. And number 3 in third place, Ava Ledbetter. In second place, number 336, Esme Davies. And first place, make some noise for number 344, Sophie Hicks. Now, because the top 3 men have left, you have to stay there forever. We've rang your families who live there. That's the thing. Round of applause for our top 3 females today. So we still have some intrepid runners on their way back through the Jarrow 10K, and you're going to make them feel extra special. Make some noise as they cross the finish line. 1:1:89. Feeling fine. Welcome back, Joseph Little, smashing it.
Amazing, bro.
And the hits keep on coming. Jarrow, you on the homecoming committee. Make them feel extra special as they get across that line. They've just gone through a 10K on a Sunday morning. Make some noise and welcome back our 10K champions, Raphael Center and Harry Underwood. Over the line. Good to have you back, guys. The finish is in sight. If you can hear my voice, you are nearly there. One final push to get across the line as Jarrow welcomes back number 584 and 1846. Welcome back to Tom Martin and Paul Weir from Washington Running Club. Lucas Sutherland from North Shields Polytechnic Club over the line as well. Welcome back, guys. That's it, round of applause and cheers as 840 gets over the line and back into the stadium. Paul Henry from the North East Project. Great result today, Paul. Congratulations. Oh, Jarrow, you're making some noise. Welcome back. Great finish. Actually, Crooken District represented there by Amy and Ben Etherington crossing at 39 and 30. Great work. Paul Pickford, you've done it, matey. 39 and 35. David Ridley over the line as well. Chris Waite. Robbie Woods from Tynebridge Harriers. Flying through there today. Welcome back to Cameron Lee Hume from Jarrow and Hebburn. And Chris West Pacer. Welcome back to you. Lisa Donaldson from Monkton Athletics Track. Chris Williams from Gosforth Harriers. You are back and welcome back to you. Over the line you go. Chris Wheelhouse from the Jesmond Joggers. Archie Frank at 40 minutes and 10. And Sean Wayman also 40 minutes and 10. Amazing result. Craig Mason. You've smashed it, 80. Michael McGee. Great result under 45 minutes. We're going to take it. Oh, we're going to finish. Strong finish. He can do this all day. Jack Miller. Great strong finish from you, boss. Ashley Day from South Shields Harriers. Phil Earl from the Ashington-Hurst Running Club. You've done it. Jackie Murdy. Good to have you back from South Shields Harriers. Ryan Etherington. Andrew Ranson. Daniel Cook. Alistair Gill. Andrew Hodgson, Crooken District, you have served them well. George Phillips, welcome back, George. Ed Sweeney from the Sunderland Harriers, you are back. Tom Patterson, Adam Thompson, Andrew Jerry, Jay Wilkinson, Cameron Bell. Mark Thompson, you're back. Welcome home. Stephen Burke, Matthew Coombs, Dan Ranson, Kevin Taggart from Jarrow 10K Athletic Club. Beautiful work today. Adam Taylor from Bladen Harriers. 41-42 for you. A big cluster of finishers there. Welcome back to Paul Walters, Kevin South. Welcome back to the stadium, Andrew Foggo, 41-56. Andrew Atkinson, Alistair Parry over the line at 42 minutes exactly. Jack Biggins, Rachel Turnbull from the Tynesbridge Harriers, Jack Hutchinson, Andrew Carter from Gateshead Harriers, Stephanie from Brooklands District, Aaron Drummond, Neil O'Doherty from Jarrow and Hebburn, Kevin Schaller from Albert Striders, Graham Finnan, Kyle Young, David Henderson. Welcome back to Simon Clark, Philip McKeown from the Gateshead Harriers, Tom Howitt, Eleanor from the Caterpillars, James Barringer from North Shields Poly, Jonathan Murphy, Jackson Douglas, Roy Hammond, Finn McChrystal, Graham Wood from Jarrow 10K, and Angela McGurk from Jarrow 10K. Welcome back to KG from North Shields Poly, Owen Whitmore, Helen Arrowsmith, Jane Faulkner, Yun Tai, you've smashed it today, Megan Anderson, David Mole, Lucy Custance, welcome back to Kevin Head, welcome back to Hayley Dobinson, and Luke Duffy, K Wright Fitness. They got us warmed up today, they did an amazing job. Neil Cummings from Washington Running Club, Tyler Wallace from South Shields Harriers, Andrew Stevenson, Tom Sproats. Welcome back to Hazel Webster Costello, Ian Chisholm from the Saltwell Harriers. Beautiful work today. Chris Stubbs, Anthony Conroy, David Marsh, David Keogh. Welcome back, Elvie Richardson. And over the line we go. Evie Richardson, Neil M. Burns, Barry Corner from the Sunderland Strollers, Robbie Cross, Adam Garland. Welcome back, Daniel Wright, Jane, Jamal Oz, Paul O'Brien from the Sunderland Harriers, Penny Rain, Joe Wilkinson, Ben Venturous. Welcome back to Lucia Neya from the Tynesbridge Harriers, Joe Bailey, Claire Norman, Charlotte Stilldale, Peter Foggo, Jenny Graham from the Gosford Harriers, Stephanie Boyd from Jarrow 10K. Welcome back to Robert, welcome back to James Suffield, David Maelstrom, welcome back to Lord Jamie Gray, Adam Hay, Ellie Atkinson, Andy Devlin, Daniel Callahan, Daniel Fennick from Run, Eat, Sleep. You've done smashing today. Burnley Athletic Club, Oliver King, the Vegan Runners Own, Robert Salthouse, Christopher Roberts, Amanda Taylor, Brad Mole, Cheryl Hewitt from North Shields Poly, Dean Douglas over the line, Jonathan Bigley from the Steel City Striders. Welcome back to Raju Chaudhry. Welcome back to Tom Wilkinson, Ian Butler from the Albert Striders, Paul Sewell from Jarrow 10K, Andrew Ahmed from 45-2, you did smash it. Paul Callan, North East veteran, Lloyd Watson, North Shields, welcome back to Stuart Stalker, Michael Mason, Abby Boyle, Jack Nairn, Emma Robbins, Graham McDonald, welcome back David O'Sullivan, Craig Oliphant, William Broadhurst, Kimberly Perry, Jodie Somersack, Grant McConnell, Jamie Copeland, Paul Baker, Liam Irving, Jordan Grills, Edward Lambert from Burgess Hill Runners, Emma Split from the Heaton Harriers. Great results today, Emma. Gary Hall, welcome back to Andrew Bell from Riverside Striders, Alan Edwards, Lee Hodgson, Tilly Monaghan, James Gray, Craig Thompson, Alex Gunn from the Doxy Runners, Carly Gibson from Jarrow 10K, David Gavin, Rob Falconer, Helen Jefferson, Stephen Burr, Ross Riles, Stephen Martin, Harry Lincoln, Dean Foster, Bradley Rowland Griffiths, Ella Parry, Martin Classman from the Harriers of Sunderland, Robert, welcome back to Lee Bone, Casey Brown, Robert Ramsey, Gillian Johnson from the Elsick Harriers, Adam King, Johnny Stark, Nathan Stanislavski, Andy Liz, David Wibisky from the Wearside Triathlon Club, Douglas Green, Kimberly Clay from Brook AC, Corey Foden, 46-14, Alison Williams from the Harriers. 46.25 Jason Clark from South Shields Harriers as well. Great result. William Carr, Daniel Naylor, Angus Allsop, Kerry Earl, Victoria Roper, Dane Ridley, Paul Smith. Welcome back to you. Welcome back to Vicky Barnes, to Daniel Stark, to Andy Ray, to Richard Butler, David Moyer, Stuart Haywood, Scott Longton, Alex Glacier. Craig Green one, 46.56. Great result, boss. Well done, Craig. Stuart Palmer from Believe to Run. You have believed today and you have run. Amazing result. Matty Brown from the Jesmond Joggers. Welcome back to Sam Keys. Welcome back to Helen Williams, South Shields Harriers and AC. Stuart Forsyth from Newcastle Front Runners. You have front run today, sir. Claire O'Connor from the North East Project. Ryan Hendry, I believe. Baz Ballardo, welcome back to you. James Waddington, welcome to Chris Chan. Summer Henderson, Neil Young, Ashley Sowers from Tyne Bridge. Welcome to Sean McFadden, Nick Stock, Mark Hudson. Welcome back to Lucy Burns, Elizabeth Heaton from Run, Eat, Sleep. Stephen Ridley's back as well, as is Charlotte Smith, Dylan Gray, David Ainsley, Ant Duffy, Andy Bedford from Redford Running Club, Tony Hoyston, Jake Boyd, Elle Pearson, Laura Robson from Believe to Run, Kelly from 47.54. You've done a great job today. Ben Hodgson, also Neil Whiteman from Sotwell Harriers, Simon Downs, Dominic McDonough, Harry Morley, Neil Patterson, Andrew Thompson, Sarah Owen, John Nesbitt, Colin Jones, Laird Smith, Angus Thompson, Sutherland Strollers, Josh Atkinson, Matthew Weatherburn, Joe Benson, Emma Doty, Michael Hood, Nathan Colson, Kevin McIntyre, Ian Patterson, Andrew Ambrose, Liam Clark from Orchard Eagles, Lauren Newton, welcome back to you, Lauren. Desmond Hetherington from the Harriers, Gated Harriers, Miles Witham, Carlin Marley, James Gray, Adrienne Bishop from North Shields College, Sophia Manville from Jarrow and Hebburn, Ian Blender, 48.42, boss, amazing result. Robert Hurdy, 48.42. Dan Medlin, 48.43. Welcome back to Imogen Bowes, Ward, well done to Anthony Owen, Edith Dennis, Ian McGinney, Paul Sammer from North East Veterans Athletics Club. Welcome back to Susan Burgess, David Larkin, Georgina Clark, Tom Reed, Paige Arkle, Philip Healy, Lynn Cornell, Alex Fitzmaurice, Paul Mannion, Andrew Davis, Jessica Smith, Nick Greenwood, Greg McGann, Rachel Jewett, Lydia Huntley, Adeline Boyce Lewis from Tyne Bridge. Welcome back to Joseph Scott, Claire Rose from the Crooked District Athletic Club. Great result from Crooked District today. Todd Johnson, Olivia Mountain from Crooked District as well. Bruce Carrick, Steve Goins, Matthew Cullen, Michael from Gosford Harriers. Beautiful work today. As Aya the Tiger welcomes you back. Jarrow's making noise for you. Finn Taylor, Anthony Roberts, Bethany Pickett, Sean Clark, Charles Brown, Kate Walker from the Claremont Road Runners, Dion Howell from Durham City Harriers, Bill Hamilton from Doxy Runners, Emily Brown, Joe Terry, Ben Trusick, Stephen Colby, Andy Poppington, Reese Lamb, Jake Harrington, Susan Reynolds from Crooked District, Lee Don Elder from Blythe Running Club, Ian Burke, and Amy Hosking. Amy Hosking, well done. Tony, welcome back to Nick Robinson, welcome back to Craig Rounding, Pete Lewis, Sam Bolton, Graham Swaddle Pacer, Reese Walter, welcome back to Dana Henderson from Believe to Run, Megan Baker from Classic, Jane Wilson, Ashington Hursty's Running Club, Scott Wiltshire back as well, Thierry Booth, Sam Blacklock, George Land, David Clarkson, Benjamin Turton, Richard Cates, Michael McKenna, Sophie Law, Andrew Hudson from Jarrow and Hebburn, Jenna from Believe to Run, You Believed and You Ran, Connor Hewitt, Helen Hall from the North East Project, welcome back Laura Kenny, welcome back to Miroslava from the Running Club, welcome back to Lisa Henderson, welcome back to Teresa Ruckman-Jones from Elbridge Striders, Nick Croft, welcome back to Sophie Nugent, welcome back to Lena Webster, Jack Capstaff, Magdalena from the Heaton Harriers, David Lane, Billy Shaw, Paul Wallace, Andrew Carter, Andy Hill, Petra Manley, make some noise! Paul Old, Lee Taylor from the Tyne Harriers, Paul Robinson, Kerry Baxter, Kate McIntyre, Jonathan Matthews, Catherine Smith, welcome back to Ryan Fulton, Michael Hildred, Daniel Little from Believe to Run. Virginia from Run, Eat, Sleep. Ezra Jordan, welcome back to you. Charlotte Noble, Diane Wood from the Durham City Harriers. Charlotte Hicks from Jesmond Joggers. You have jogged to the end. Victoria Barone, Lee Hunt, Team Evolve. Blaine Harriers, Owen Harry Drew. Welcome back to Owen McMurray. James Hyatt from North Shield College. Richard Hyatt, you're there as well. 1 second between you. I'll let you decide who won over. Nicholas Jordan, Philip Gorridge, James Seabury, Joanne Dusha, Lauren Glenn, Carl Bell, Lee Scott, Barry Marshall, Jarrow and Hebburn. Tara Edwards, welcome back to you from Run, Eat, Sleep. It's Kim English, Jordan Robinson. Welcome back, Daniel Sykes, Sarah Nightingale, Ashley Smith, Bushra Baker. Welcome back, Sarah Cotard. Welcome back to Mark Skinner and Sarah Bolam, Ian Nicholson, Rachel Wilkinson, Scott Newby, Angela Southern from the Aycliffe Running Club. Thanks for coming up. Sam Wood, Laura Cowie, welcome back. Luke Richardson from Crooken District. You guys have represented today, it's been incredible. Kieran Green, Sharon Trevor, welcome back to you. Welcome back Keith McGuinness, Elizabeth Pounder, Beth Thompson, Sean Orr. Smashing it once more, Sean. Sophie Scorer, Michael Corey, Chloe Dobson from Believe to Run, Laura Miller from the Celtic Harriers, Gavin Young, Cameron Siddock, welcome back to Grace Bell, Jane Baldwin, Stephen Ross, Beth Madison, Will Hardesty. Over the line you've got magnificent work. The hits keep coming. Over the line you come, Cassia Sugar from Run Eat Sleep, Ian Kearney, Jenny Haight, welcome back to Marie Bell from Tyne Bridge Running Club. Richard Wilkinson, Stephen Hackers, Tanya Davidson, Grace Pike. Over the line you come, Dan Gray, Alan Byrne, Jordan Kay, Tanya Davison, Jordan Nicholson, Chris Hart, John Tilbrook, Caroline Brown from the Sunderland Strollers, Tom Fletcher from Endurance Academy, Alicia Foggan, Alex Webster, Rebecca Thackeray, Anna Martinez, Eddie Smith, Sid Asprey, welcome back, Gemma Smith, Lewis Nelson, Misty Rose, welcome back to Jane O'Donnell, welcome back to Neil Casson, Shannon Sewell, Colin Lambert, Gemma Park is back as well, 54-10 for you, Gemma. Sharp, finishing strong, teaming together over the line you come. Welcome back, Connor Rogerson and Alex Garrow, Maddie Emery, Jarrett and Hebburn. Welcome back, Judith Robinson, Robert Stobbs, Louise Allen, James Robinson, Darren Elliott, Josh Smiles, Matt Fishwick, Stacey Stoker from Crook AC, Patrick Cummings, Laura Michael. Welcome back to you, James Law, Paul Lynn, Lauren Bowe. Over the line you come, Andrew Gregg, Adam Foster, Claire Hodson from Crooklyn District AC, Rachel Heron, smashing it in under an hour, Claire McKitterick from 40 Runs, welcome back, Joe Wallace, Rebecca Wayne Wilson, Gary Eastland, Nathan Woodley, Paul Robertson, Graham Lloyd, 55 and 5, Natalie Craig, well done, Matthew Welburn, from Finley, Harvick, Lee Bickling, Courtney Lazenby, Chris Angelico Dixon, 56 and 11, James Rogers, Christie, Holly Garcia, Nathan Hendry from Believe to Run, Ryan Moorhan from South Shields Cry Club, Dean Piper, welcome back to you, Christopher Dodd, Aidan Willis, Daniel Harrison, Lauren Gordon, Tammy McIntosh from Run, Eat, Sleep, Lauren Proctor, Marsha, welcome back, 56 minutes. Bit less than 56 minutes, 55-35. Elsie James, John Ramsey, Sam Hamilton, Paul Bolford, Matt Murphy, David Ryan Dillon, Gwen Hyde, Lee Pacer, welcome back, James Long, Abby Shaw, Keith Lowe, Dawn, Lowry, you've done it, Kirsty Lang, 55 and 57, Eve Farrelly from the Saltwell Harriers, Chris Wayless, 56 minutes, well done to you. Amy Swan, Louise Foreman, welcome back. Emily Winstanley, Danny Oakley, Emma Swinny, Bernadette Hardman, smashing it today. Richard Stoker, Stacey Hall from Believe for a Run. Welcome back to Laurie from K Right Fitness, Judith Horton, Emily Napper, Craig Napper, Paul Henderson, Louise Griffin, Cheyenne Stockman, Karen Lowy, Alan Greener. Welcome back to Tatiana Aiken from Loftus and Whitby AC. Ron Avery, Victoria Edwards, Truls Oldenburg. Welcome back to you from the Sunderland Strollers this morning. Welcome back, Ron Avery. Fetch Everyone Running Club, Jan Scott representing. Nikki Carr, welcome back. Stephen Stoddard, Victoria Pilkington, welcome back. Sam Cross, Luke Lee, Ashley Atkinson, Andy Richardson, Adam Jones, welcome back. Osman, welcome back to Jill, welcome to Mihai, welcome back Sarah Kate, Jenny, Young, Nadia, Kaylee, Michelle, Alex Kelly, Alexander, Reese Lincoln, Alex Knight, Crystal Shields, Jenny Little, James Dodds, Robert Clark, Kaylee Irwin, welcome back. Lauren Smith, Lee Adams, Nicola Stokes, Georgia Leggett, Alex Wilson Mitchell from Crooken District, Terry Lansing, Nicola Wood, Richard Stark from Jarrow and Hebburn, one of your own, Sophie Taylor, Sam Robinson, Olivia Sinclair. Welcome back, James Brown, Peter Neve, Amanda Blair, Kevin Bacon, Jonathan Turnbull, Vanessa Flynn, Michael Burns, and Nika, welcome back to you, Rachel Fraser, Alice Cook, Kieran Fraser, Neil Smith, Pete Harriers, well done, Christopher, Mark Pointer, Marianne Henning, Ryan New, Caitlin Walton, Kerry, the whole Waltons, Michael and Caitlin at the same time, Anthony. Welcome back to you, Melissa, Harry Large, Adam Purvis, Josh Davis and Jill Park. Martha Hassan, Charlotte Humble, Kay Robinson, Lawrence Swinney, Beth, Sarah, Brian, Sarah, both at the same time. You can't that one. Freddie Brian King, welcome back to you. Paul Malone, welcome back. Welcome back to Matthew Weir, Erica Cook, Brooke Harrison, Zoe Barrisford. Amazing result. Philip Hills, welcome back to you. Gavin Jackson, Emma Hogan, Owen Portown, Sarah Presley. Welcome back to Gary Mallison. Welcome back to Hayley Edmondson from Believe. Welcome back to Nathan Richardson from 38 Fitness. Beef Lamb, welcome to you. Gosford Harriers, oh, Nick Watt, Danny Laws, David Lowry, Helen Brown, Danny Arbell from the Tigers Harriers. Welcome back to Tamina Ali. Welcome to Lillian Sutton, Ken Lyon, Melanie Irving, Emma Pallister, Lottie Black. Welcome to Jodie Parsons, K-Right Fitness. Great result today. Welcome back, Nicola Ashbridge, Rachel Miller, Susan Hillman, Sophie Singh, Brett Redmayne, Katie Corley, Beth Hubie, Philip McCluskey, Joe Ann Evans. Welcome to Imogen Simpson. Welcome to Atlanta, Sky Austin, Chris Burns, Chris Stocks. Welcome to Kaylee Nugent as well. Great result to Hannah Coates as well. Over the line and feeling fine from 40 runs. Welcome to you. Welcome back to you. Welcome back to James Story, Amy McDonald. Welcome to Adam Peacock, James Young. Sabicha Kenner, welcome back to you. Welcome back to Sarah Bell. Welcome to Edward Littley, Jack Summers, Michael Bennett, Catherine Hubbard, Lauren Brain, Martin Collins, Pacer, make some noise and welcome our runners back from the Jarrow 10K. They have crushed it today. Joseph Barkley, Anna Barkley, Andrew Towers, Ian Loughlin, Casey Shaw, David Ward, made them feel welcome as they get across that line today. They have done something amazing. They have completed a gorgeous 10K here in Jarrow today. And if you have been inspired by what they have done today, then you can sign up for a run-through event near you. We do hundreds of run-through events all over the country. And we are excited to welcome you to our next one. You can sign up at runthrough.co.uk. If you're in the stands, Jarrow, you are the welcoming committee for some amazing people that have smashed a 10K today here in Jarrow with RunThrough. Welcome back, Rachel Browie from the Hebburn Running Club. Rachel Lee, welcome back to you. Billy Drum, Jack Gale, Colin Brown from Blind Running Club, Julie Sutton, Laura. Dan Dalton, Daniel Beeston, 1 hour and 1 for you guys, amazing work. Adam Junk, welcome back to you. Shelby Stanislawski, 1 hour 1 and 58. Hayden Irwin, beautiful work. Sheila Hudson from the Sunderland Strollers, you have strolled it. Daniel Middleton, Jack Purvis, Chris Kirkstone, welcome to you. Jill Hillary, Ian Money, Lucy Briggs, Bethany Fleming, you have smashed it. Over the line with style there. Welcome back, Richard Glass, Kirsty Green, Michael Parkin, Sophie Hawkins, Amber Ruffton, Cheryl Charlton. Welcome back to you. So we have a phone handed in. It was dropped in the middle of the field. If you have lost a phone, if you have lost a phone today, then come over to the music tent, which is near the start line. If you have lost a phone today, then head over to the music tent. We'll hopefully reunite you. Jarrow, make some noise for your 10K runners that are finishing strong here. David Makitsurik, welcome back to Amanda Forrest, Amy Brewis. Over the line, 1 hour 3 and 80. Great result there. Jarrow, you have been amazing today. Make some noise and welcome back your 10K runners as they cross the line. You are officially the welcoming committee for our 10K stars today. Claire Wilmot, welcome back from Liverpool Running Club, representing today. Welcome back to Michael Dudnick, Stacey Oliver, Poppy Newton. Welcome back to Joanne Nicola and Marie Gallagher over the line. Michael Sanderson, Leanne Morley, welcome back. Anthony Longstaff, Kyle Bradley, Kyle 1 hour 8 and 52. Great time for you, Kyle. Welcome back across the line, Ellen Boyle, Stuart Keith Peel. You are over the line. You are back. Congratulations to you. Jarrow, make some noise for your returning 10K runners. Over the line you come. Welcome back to Joanne Johnson, Graham Wylam, Christina Golson, Claire Mole, and Dion Carr. You are back with us. Welcome back. Big finish as well. Big finish for Glynis Horgan from Run, Eat, Sleep. Glyn could do that all over again. Yes. Strong finish for John Pearson, 1 hour, 7 minutes and 32. Michelle Armstrong, welcome back. Repping North Shields Poly, 1 hour, 7:29. Big finish, that is it. That's what we're talking about. Intrepid 10K travellers have returned. Janice Mitchison and Claire Downs smashing the 10K this morning. Amazing work. Welcome back to Emma McQuaid. Welcome back to Mark Ackroyd as well. A 10K before lunchtime on a Sunday, that's what we're talking about. Welcome back across the line in start for Faye Hagan from K Wright Fitness. Beautiful work. Karen Simpson over the line at 1 hour, 8 minutes and 10 seconds. Marvellous work. Big finish for Amelia Lowe, for Holly Garrett. Big finish for Jan Batley from Washington and Finley Young as well. You are back. Kieran Wood, well done to you as well. Georgia Capstaff, welcome back Georgia. Grace Baxter's back as well. Lewis Crooks over the line too, welcome back to you. Keith Holmes and to Lewis. 2 seconds between, oh that is how you do it. Pushing the head ahead. Could make all the difference at the end. Well done to you, Danielle Winship. Well done to Duncan Miller. Welcome to Kaylee Laverick, Anna Conling, Bridie Davis, Stephen Lincoln, Jan Cunningham, Michael Collins, Stu Robson, all finishing strong. Judith Black from Berkeley Athletic Club. Beautiful work, 1 hour, 9 and 10. That's very satisfying. Alice Charity, 1 hour, 9. Welcome to you, Jan, 1 hour, 9 and 16. Great finish. Vanessa Grass, across the line you come. Richard Miller, 1 hour, 9 minutes, 26 seconds. Wonderfully done. Welcome back, Anna. Welcome back to Lisa Whitehead, Gary Nelson, Jessica Sinclair, Ian Rudlin, Stephen Beline. Paul Moore, 1 hour 10 and 1 second. Livy Robson, 1 hour 10 and 3 seconds. That is a great finish for Andrew Cobby, 1 hour 10 and 7 seconds. Big finish there for Dylan Mays, 1 hour 10 and 14. Good work, brother. Strong finish, make some noise. Welcome back, 1-8-3-2. Marley Alcott from K Wright Fitness. We have witnessed the fitness of Marley today. Beautiful work. Strong finish. Congratulations to Claire Louise Dobbs and Nicola Lawson. Smashing the 10K here in Jarrow today. Amazing results. As they're coming back through Jarrow, make some noise, make them feel on top of the world, because they have just finished a 10K on a Sunday morning. It's a special kind of people, as are you, Emma Story. 1 hour, second. Over the line you come, Karina Burnett, 1 hour 11 and 13. Michelle Leaton, 1 hour 11 minutes and 17. Gary Brooks, 1 hour 11 and 21. Karen Shaw, Janet Morris, Sharon Simpson, Victoria Shaw Unsworth. Welcome back to you, Alan Farley. You are over the line and feeling fine. Emily Parker, Emma Sansby, Alex Hughes from New Levels Running Club. You're taking it to new levels today, 1 hour 11 and 39. Congratulations. Strong finish in the 10K. Well done and welcome back to Taylor Knight from Jarrow and Hebburn and Paul Knight. Can confirm, Taylor Knight, 1 hour 11 and 55. Paul Knight, 1 hour 11 and 56. Olivia Robson, 1 hour and 12. Welcome back to you. And Jonathan Kell. And Mark Kappelman-Pacer, 1 hour, 12 minutes and 12 seconds for you. Christine Imrie, 1 hour 12 and 13. You've done incredible today.
Thank you.
Welcome back at the end of the 10K to Glasgow McGuinness, Lynn Watson, Nicola Nixon, Ashley Duggan. Welcome back Ash McLean, Stephen Sanderson, 1 hour 12 and 56 for you, Stephen.
How much footage can you fit on an iPhone?
You're looking great. Over the line you go. You have smashed it. Congratulations to Sinead Barlow, 1 hour 13 and 21. And there you go over the line. Rachel Melling, 1 hour 3 minutes and 29 seconds. Beautifully done. 1941. Over the line and back you come. Gillian Malcolm from Run, Eat, Sleep, 1 hour 13 and 40 seconds. Congratulations. Big finish, 7-6-4. Couldn't ask for more. Michelle Madison, you've done it. Beautiful job today. Vivian Tang, 1 hour and 13. Beautiful work. Peter Cox, 1 hour 14 and 1 second. Beautifully done. Strong finish. Look at the speed of the end. That final push. Stuart and Catherine McAllister, there was 1 second between you. Catherine, 1 hour 14 and 13. Stuart, 1 hour 14 and 14. Welcome back to Charlotte Hunter and Sophie Corkin and Peter Cox and Vivian Tang, who had some great results there. Some incredible speed boosts at the end. I think you could do another 10K. I've checked and they'll let you. Make some noise, Jarrow, as across the line, 1, 5, 4, 0, 10K down for Caitlin Rice. Beautiful work. Abby Smith, over the line you come as well. Welcome back. Curtis Smith, welcome back too. Strong finish for Emily Phillips, 1 hour, 16 minutes and 33 seconds. Amazing work, Emily. Over the line you come, beautifully done as well. Bryony Barrett, 1 hour, 15 and 46 for you. Welcome back, Leah Blench, 1 hour, 15 and 51. The afterglow of the 10K is going to feel good today as well. If you can hear my voice, you can see the finish line. This is it. Jarrow, you're going to make so much noise. Crossing the line right now. Final push. You've got this. You've absolutely got this. We're with you. 1, 4, 3, 1. You've just got a 10K done. Smashed it over the line. You come. Lisa Winter from the Silky Striders. Great finish for you today, Lisa. Congratulations. 1 hour, 16 and 21 seconds. So we are getting close to the start of our junior run-through event today. Stand by if you're here for the junior run-through for more details on that. I'll give you a full rundown in a second. We're crossing the finish line right now. Finishing up in style, last big push, the line is there. Jarrow's going to make some noise and go crazy for you. 894 and 941.
Go for it!
Beautifully done. Gillian Roper, Gary Giles, excellent work, and across the line, congratulations Rachel Foreman, run in sleep, you have repped them well, 1 hour, 17 minutes and 14 seconds, amazing work Rachel, over the line, beautifully done, 1281, Danielle Barrett, love your work Danielle, 1 hour, 17 minutes, 26 seconds, the community of Jarrow loves you. Lauren Hetherington, 1 hour, 17 minutes and 36 seconds. Well done. Amazing results today. Over the line, you can see the finish line there. You have done it. 1, 3, 6, 8, 10K down. And hopefully feeling great. Stephanie Embleton, you've smashed it. Welcome across the line together. Yes! Over together, Robin Campbell and Ashley Parr. Co-winners today. You both buy the drinks. The finish line is straight ahead of you. You've got this. You've got this. 1047. Over you come. 10K down. Nailed it today. Jacqueline Boyd has completed the 10K and done it in style. Congratulations, Jacqueline. If you can hear the music, if you can see the big blue arch, that means you are there. This is where you use that final bit of push to get you there a little quicker. You have got this. Over the line you come, and congratulations, smashing through the Great North 10K today. It is a Great North 10K. Peter Henderson, you've done it. Welcome back to Jen. Rashid, welcome back to you from Run, Eat, Sleep, and Hannah Carr. Beautifully done today. Congratulations to you. So if you are here for the junior run-through event, we're going to be getting you underway in the next 10 minutes or so. So if you have any issues with your number, you should have your number sent to you for the junior run-through. If you haven't had your number, or there's an issue with your number, maybe you signed up quite late, head over to the blue tent and they'll sort that out for you. We've had a nectar card handed in. If you've lost a nectar card, come to the sound desk and we'll hand you over the nectar card.
Just behind 200 now, about 100 yards off the terrace. Once we're there, I'll stick one of our line and I'll get the old Andy over. Cheers.
We've had some headphones handed in, some bone conducting headphones. If you've lost some bone conducting headphones today, head over to the sound desk and we will get you reunited with them. If it's the same person who's lost a nectar card, then it's going to be a great day. So we are getting set now for the junior run through, but crossing the line, doing it together, 9.62, 9.63. You've done it, 10K over the line together. Leanne Ward, welcome back. Natalie Laverty, welcome back to you as well. Amazing result today. So if you have participants in the junior run-through event today, they will have their bib with their number on, but there is a strip on the bib that you parents need to have. So there's a strip at the bottom of the bib, you take the strip off, and then you'll wrap the strip around your wrist. So that is when you come to collect your junior runner at the end of the run-through event today. We can pair you up properly. So when you have the number for your junior runner, there's a strip at the bottom that you need to rip off. You need to wear that so we can reunite you after the run today. So take a second to do that. That would be wonderful. Thank you very much. If you're taking part in the junior run through, we're going to ask you to start congregating by the stage area now. It's in the middle of the event village, where you'll see people on the stage holding signs right now. There's a sign that says, "I deserve cake." And you know what? Junior runners, you will get cake at the end. I think you'll deserve it. So if you're taking part in the junior run-through event, we're going to ask you to make your way over to the stage, and we'll get you started soon. So if you're taking part in the junior run-through event, you should have your number for your junior runner, and there should be a little strip on the bottom that you'll need to pull off and wear around your wrist so we can reunite you after the junior run. If you're taking part today, we're asking all the junior runners to start to gather near the stage in the centre of the event village, and from there we will take you over to the start line to get you underway. We'll get you under starters orders, and we're going to have a really lovely junior run today. If you've been here today and you've been seeing people taking part in the 10K and you felt inspired to do it yourself, then you can sign up for future run-through events right now. We are going to be in Sunderland next month. We're going to be at Circuit Croft Circuit next month as well. So a huge one with 5K, a 10K, half marathon and a marathon, all thrown into that one. And we're going to be in Newcastle just a couple of days before Christmas with the town run there, and we'd love for you to be a part of that as well. You can sign up right now at runthrough.co.uk. We'd love to see you on a future run-through event. So last chance is to let you know, if you are taking part in the junior run-through, head over to the stage in the centre, and we will get you over to the start line in just a few short minutes.
look at it.
Welcome back. If you can see the arch and you can hear the music and you can hear my voice, you've gone and done it. This is it. Final push. Final push to get over that line. You've got a tiny bit of energy left. I reckon we can use it right now. Make some noise. Welcome back, 706, 707. You've got this. Come on. Over the line you go. Absolutely stunning work. Thank you. Thank you. Rachel Chambers, Lisa Thompson, you have smashed the 10K before lunchtime. That's incredible work. Okay, we've had some headphones handed in. If you are missing some wireless headphones, then head over to the sound stage and we will reunite you with them. If you're missing some wireless headphones today, some wireless earbuds, we will reunite them with you today. Right, I'm going to leave. Alrighty, junior runners, give us a cheer. Who's running today? Well, that doesn't sound like many. I thought there'd be loads of really excited young boys and girls running today. Junior runners, make some noise! There you go. Are you ready to run? Are you ready to do it? Are you ready to run? You're ready to run. You're going to win the whole thing, I think. Okay, so we're going to get the junior run-through event started. Just a very quick reminder, if you're a parent or guardian today, have you taken the strip off the bib and you've got it on your wristband? Because that way we can reunite them afterwards. So if you've got the strip off the bib, brill, you've done that, cool. In that case, I'm going to ask you to follow Georgie with the junior start flag. She brought it from home and everything. Just happened to have one at home, weird that. Follow Georgie with the junior start flag, and we are going to get the junior run through here in Jarrow underway very soon, and we'll see you at the finish line. Good luck, everybody.
track of every time that I taste. It's like the whole